the aims and goals, but about a code of conduct that both will agree that even as they fight each other, they won't harass innocent people, they won't harass unarmed civilians in between. And the Maoists will allow the ordinary day-to-day administration to go on so that schools can run, elections can take place, whatever, and police also will allow ordinary movements to go on. Now the problem in lots of areas where Maoists are active is the farmers agitate for better price. The police will call the leader and say, who is behind you? They are behind you. So that should stop. So on both sides, ordinary people's ordinary life, including ordinary agitations and movements, including also ordinary politics other than Maoist politics and also Maoist politics should be allowed to go on. This could have been a code of conduct agreed upon by both parties, which would have made things lighter for the people. That is even today a possible framework of talks. But as far as we are concerned, we define human rights very widely, and today with the development of the neoliberal variety, displacement is a very major issue, and we are taking it up centrally. Polavaram is a dam which is coming up, likely to be the biggest disaster, not only Andhra Pradesh, but one of the biggest India has seen. It's the difference with Narmada is part of a huge complex of dams. But you take as a single dam, this is as bad as Sardar Sarovar. It's no better, and 230,000 tribals are going to be, 230,000 people, half of them tribals, are going to be displaced. So that's a very major human rights issue. And all over the state, we have special economic zones which are coming up. Almost every weekend, we are going to various areas and try to do something about it. This development-induced displacement is a very major human rights issue in this state. Other issues keep coming up, like you had this proposal to give OBC reservation opposed by the upper caste in Delhi. Fortunately, in South India, it didn't pick up. But we have been campaigning against this upper caste movement, that OBC reservation. So that kind of activity we are having. But Andhra Pradesh, the context is, I think, one very important part of the context is displacement, as far as human rights is concerned. The other is the mafia type of gangs, the Cobras and Green Tigers who are being created, and police repression. The rest of the problems are routine. They are always there. Caste and gender are issues which continue to be continuously human rights issues, and as and when one has a major issue comes up, one takes up, it goes on. That's how things are. See, the day Dr. Ramanathan was killed on September 3rd, 1985, I could have been killed. It was they wanted to kill one. I don't know why they chose Ramanathan and not me. I still don't know. So when those things happen, how do you say that other than matter of fact? There's no other way. And it was difficult. I think almost up to 1992, 93, we used to be regularly arrested just to prevent us to go somewhere, just to prevent a meeting. That kind of arrest, I can't even give the number. Cases were there only in 1985, 1986, serious cases. Tada, I was one of the first Tada detainees in Andhra Pradesh, at a time when death penalty was the only penalty, not even life imprisonment. Then kidnapping, once they engaged a gunda to beat me up all over the face. So things have happened to all people who work for human rights. Only one of the things we achieved is to achieve a stature for ourselves, where they don't like us any more than they did in the past, but they don't do anything to us. So that much of a difference is still there. So we are able to go around more freely now than in the past. Hardly 10 years, 15 years ago, it would be, if one goes out, when one will come back or in what shape was, it's no longer so now. We are able to move on. So you are saying the same things, doing the same things. But over a period, they also get accustomed to you. So that's what happens.
Accustomed? What do you mean?
They get accustomed to your existence. These fellows are there, they will say these things, they will talk, we can't stop them. So any new person who feels threatened by police, the only advice we give is persevere. After a while, they'll think there's no point in harassing this fellow, they'll give. That's what happened to us. You also achieve that status. There's no other way one can help. That is the only advice we can give. And it works. One can say it is commitment, this, that. It is never so. Ultimately, it's part of, when your responses are not part of your mind, they're part of your personality. Somebody could, in terms of ordinary kind of analysis, say, I can give up this and be an ordinary lawyer. I can't. Because if I don't have this, I don't live in this world, I won't have any sense of reality at all. I'll lose all my touch with the reality. That's my personal explanation. I can rationalize and say that I have a deep sense of commitment at a certain level. I do have, or I don't have. But nobody does anything only because he or she has abstract commitment. I'm not saying there's no such thing as a commitment. Commitment is there, but there are usually factors linked to the personality rather than merely intellectual convictions, and that includes pride. It includes also various dimensions which taken separately may not be very complementary aspects of your personality, but they are there. Some are extremely, what do we say when somebody is unflinching? It's not necessarily a good quality, but it's one of the qualities which helps you to continue in the movement. Some are stubborn. Stubbornness again is not a great quality. Otherwise, it can be a quality which will, and the more you are pushed to the wall, the more you feel you must not give up, because you lose your identity if you give up, and that's where stubbornness comes in. So most of the people who have continued and not given up have all these qualities which taken separately are not very admirable qualities, but they have, but taken with a certain commitment to positive values in life, commitment to human values, it has been useful for them to continue.